Describe the dragon movement in real.
What kind of weird question is that? Dragonstone sits like how you round you.
Welcome to AI Expert. I've been checking out Saylo, and the easiest way to explain it is that it feels less like one single app and more like a platform built around interactive story experiences. That's really the part that stood out to me first. Instead of giving you just one thing to do, Saylo gives you multiple ways to create, explore, and share character-driven content. And all of it revolves around making stories feel more personal, more dramatic, and a lot more fun to interact with. What makes it interesting is that it does not stop at simple character chat. A lot of apps can give you a conversation interface, but Saylo pushes that idea further. By turning those interactions into something that feels more like a story world, you are not just sending messages back and forth. You are building characters, shaping scenes, and then turning those moments into different formats that people can actually watch or share. One of the first things you can do inside Saylo is create your own original characters. That part is important because it sets the foundation for everything else. You are able to customize how a character looks, how they feel, and what kind of personality they have. So instead of choosing from a fixed set of generic characters, you can actually make something that fits the kind of story or vibe you want. That immediately makes the experience feel more creative because the character is not just there for you to interact with. It feels like something you are actively shaping from the beginning. Once that character is in place, the chat side of the platform starts to make more sense. Saylo has this do or say style of conversation that makes the interactions feel a lot more dramatic and expressive. It is not limited to playing back and forth texting. The tone can shift, the mood can change, and the conversation can suddenly feel like it belongs inside a scene or a dramatic storyline. That is where the app starts to separate itself, because it is designed around the idea that conversations can become entertainment, not just communication. Then there is a feature called Take a Peek, and I think that is one of the more interesting parts of the whole experience. Instead of only seeing the obvious surface of a conversation, you get the chance to uncover hidden thoughts or extra layers from the characters. What also stands out is that Saylo is not just about chatting. It gives you ways to turn those story moments into actual content. For example, there is plot video, which turns interactions into anime-style short videos. So instead of leaving the scene as text, the platform helps transform it into something visual that feels much more dynamic. There is also Plug Manga, which converts those moments into comic-style content that makes the same core interaction feel flexible, because one idea can move from chart to story to video to manga without feeling disconnected. And then you have anime drama, which adds another layer to the platform. This part feels more like stepping into a library of serialized content where you can watch team storylines play out in a more dramatic format.
Fire! Your bullets are as useless as your conscience.
So now the experience is not only about creating your own characters or chatting through scenarios, it also includes exploring ongoing story content inside the app itself that gives Saylo a more social and entertainment-focused feel, because there is always something to watch as well as something to build.
I have a superpower. I can see everyone's lifespan, including my own. 32 years.
Jack? I know you can see.
How do you know?
Because I sell time.
There is also a community site through clips where story videos can be shared so other people can connect with them, follow them, and keep up with serialized content that matters because it turns the platform into more than a private experience. It becomes something that can be posted, discovered, and enjoyed by other people too. And whenever an app gives users ways to both create and share, it usually feels a lot more alive. That is really the best way to think about Saylo. It is not just a chat app, and it is not just a content tool. It sits somewhere in between storytelling, character creation, and social entertainment. You can create original characters, chat through dramatic scenarios, reveal hidden thoughts, turn scenes into videos or manga, and then explore or share that content as part of a wider community experience. And honestly, that combination is what makes it interesting. It is taking the idea of interactive characters and expanding it into something much more visual.